Hey, this is Spike from DRI, and you're watching Rob 2. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Don't turn that channel.
All right, welcome to the show. This is one of those days where I'm really kind of like doing different things at one different time, or something like that. So say, watching some Atlas. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, I'm not gonna say what it actually really is, but it has Atlas. Show number 500 and what? 37 or
56.
so. There you have it. 56. 556 shows. I was talking to somebody a couple weeks ago. Now, if anybody wants any information, I'm entering some movies, short films into a film fest. We're gonna have footage of that, so don't worry. We got definitely footage coming up. I already talked to people running in or whatever. They're really excited to see my work and being a part or whatever. They were asking me questions about submission fees or whatever. It's really cheap, you know what I'm saying? You know, not bad a price for getting in 20 minutes worth of work or whatever for the world to see and people to see. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully my work will pay off, you know what I'm saying? And even if it doesn't, it's the whole idea is just to get my foot in the door, get people to see my stuff. You know, I'll be able to probably pass out flyers, give some special kind of like special, you know, pictures or whatever of my whatever. Got a lot of plans for this. Yeah, it's coming up in April, so it's still a little ways away from this point right now. I don't think we talk about dates no more, or the years no more, huh? We don't mind the dates. The years we're limited to talking about years right now. But anyways, man, it's been fun, dudes. We got some artwork coming out, fucking footage for you guys. This is the actual picture, so hopefully everybody likes it or whatever. Whoever out there don't get too offended. It's only artwork, you know what I'm saying? The idea actually was stolen from an actual probably magazine model or whatever, you know, I just do my own parts, do my own work, steal my own ideas, steal from my own ideas. Yeah, don't take anything personal or whatever for, you know, anybody out there that takes it personal or whatever. Shit, man, this is gonna be a long motherfucking night for fucking doing TV. I don't even have a fucking script. Just got the script, man. Got the script. Hopefully everybody's been enjoying everything. I was watching Cluckers the other day. I think they got to I really don't know I just saw Cluckers, whatever. So I don't know if you can see episodes 1, 2, 3, or 4, or however many was put out or whatever. Oh yeah, so I don't know what part I came out in. I don't know if I got there yet. Shit, sometimes it's just here, I'll move this week. Shit, I just fucked up my shit, huh? My shot. We're pretty much gonna try and going back to just the public access formula or whatever, which really is not gonna change no different formula to what you already have been seeing or whatever, and what we're already doing for you guys or whatever. So nothing's really gonna change as far as that's concerned or whatever. But I've been talking to some people in the area over here, and they're affiliated, connected with public access. So thinking about making some public access footage for you guys, which is basically going to be just this is what you're seeing or whatever. Any kind of on location places we go to, because you can always type the page here. If this is the first time you ever seen this show, we're past 500 plus shows, 550 some plus shows later. Fucking sound fucking So this ain't no first show or whatever. You know, we've been doing this for a long time. People keep that in mind or whatever. Of course, people like either they're gonna judge me and say, "Oh my God, like what is this guy wasting his time for? What is wrong? His subjects are just like totally meaningless." Well, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? It's called the freedom of speech. right? Isn't that one of the fucking amendment and shit or something like that? Freedom of fucking speech. Now I say that, you know what I mean? Because it was freedom of speech, first amendment. So, this is what you get. This is what you get fucking paid for. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get. You know, when you pay for cable, and I hate to say it, but I think this. Wait, you don't pay for cable no more, huh? See, I'm still stuck on TCCC, fucking public access TV shows. Still been fun though. Shit, I forgot what's the time or whatever, what time we started, but this, we're like kind of like, we don't have to do like half-hour TV shows. Thank God. Sometimes that's a pain in the ass. Thank you everybody who bears with me with the half-hour TV shows or whatever of the babble bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of on-location places that we're gonna go for you guys this coming up summer. I don't really want to jinx myself, but there's a lot of good stuff coming here. Because you know, you just never know if, you know, things can change. You know, I'll end up going to like a mental institute or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I can write a story about that and make a big hit movie with that, or whatever, or something like that. But yeah. So this show tonight, man, keep in mind it's gonna be fun. Hopefully everybody can just bear with me. Jeez, get out what you need. I think we only got a few more minutes here of what seems like a few more minutes, but it's still going to be a little bit longer than that. But it's not going to be too much babble for you guys. But I would highly recommend, man, go get like some fucking some beer or whatever, some drink. Go get a bottle of wine, because I got you for the next hour if that's cool with you all. All you girls out there sitting there, nothing to do. Just keep on watching. We just got a female portrait that we're just going to show for you guys tonight, that I actually drew, penciled in, who knows when the time I did actually pencil or whatever, which is almost besides the point, which I almost probably should have added, you know, and made it part of the show, of course. So it just didn't happen. Sorry, people. I was kind of like I don't think we want to talk about it. Let me just put it to you like that. Oh yeah, so Slayer, man, this is it. We're done. No more Slayer. This is this year coming up. 2008. Oh, we don't talk about years. But Anthrax, Testament, Lamb of God, Behemoth, Slayer. I guess I can just say the date. Friday, May 25th. Get ready. Tweeter, Hollywood Casino. That's going to be the last time you're going to be able to see Slayer, people. I'm not sure my actual, where I lost count, like probably 10 shows, like when I started seeing Slayer. When I got to the 10th show, I kind of lost track of how many shows I've seen of Slayer, but it's been a lot of years and a lot of fucking shows. This is it. We're going to go on location, especially when these shows come up, so we're going to have camera or whatever it is, and I'm going to be talking to the people, so, you know, stay tuned for that show too. We've been on location, so you can tap into our web pages or whatever, or however it works these days or whatever, the computer access or whatever. We've been on location to numerous bands, different kind of styles or whatever, not too much rap and R&B or whatever, but there's a little bit, so don't think you guys ain't excluded. I went to a symphony orchestra. Didn't we show some kind of symphony orchestra thing? So oh my god, it's just been, it's super fun to go on location, film, and I mean, I've went, for instance, to Wrigley Field, and actually did lose the camera, but sat outside the place where the performance was, especially because it was outside, and oh my god, it was just like so fun and so neat. Did that for Lollapalooza. I remember for Foo Fighters, played a headline fucking Lollapalooza. That was pretty cool. Of course, I got pretty fucked up and ended up fucking in a bad spot by like right between what was it called, Grant Park and the lake. So I was kind of in a safe spot, but everything was thrown all over the place. I found everything, beers all over the floor, unopened. So that was it was fun, but it wasn't fun waking up fucking in the middle of nowhere. I was almost completely naked too. So, but anyways, different time, different place. But yeah, different shows. Man, just just tap into our page, tap into our stuff. Tell us how we're doing or whatever. Tell a friend, especially. We were talking about giving like a prize because after all these years, with all the support or whatever, we managed to come up with a little bit of a little pot for you guys. So we wanted to give like a big prize to the worst letter anybody could write to me and tell me how bad of a job I'm doing. 500 plus shows later, why don't you stop one show or 499 shows ago? Anything that's like negative, I want to hear, I want to see, I want it, and you will win that prize. I don't really want to say it, but I think I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. $100 for the best fucking letter. I said it. $100 for the best letter. You want to win $100, people? You fucking write me a letter and tell me how fucking what a good, even a good letter of a good opinion would be nice too, but. I want like negative, because sometimes I even look at my show and I'm like, oh my god, like that's not really a good show, you know what I'm saying? But it's what all the writers write for me to do, write for me to say. This is all scripted out for you guys, so you get what you get, and that's just the bottom line. Here's a little sample of some other ones, girls. Maybe you can see them. This is pretty cool. So this is pretty much, I want to say, the inking and coloring of the girls show. So I want to welcome you guys. Go get some popcorn, go get some fucking chips, some tortillas with some eggs and shit. You know, that's always a good thing. Let the tortillas kind of cook in a little bit of oil. Add some salt, peppers, some garlic, and some onion powder. Mix that shit up. Woo, they get a little cooked up and shit. You know, crispy than fucking tortillas. And then add egg. Cook up that egg. Make sure it's all cooked. Boom. That's badass. Go grab some beers. Get a wine bottle. Go grab your glass or drink it right straight from the bottle. I probably will drink it straight from the bottle unless I was hanging out with somebody and having like this elegant fucking moment of, how would you call it, drinking that wine. But yeah, so get ready, man. Fucking, we got a whole fucking 40-some minutes or something like that of some artwork for you guys. This has been the first time. This is a Rob Ross ripoff. So I want to say welcome and thank you for being here tonight. It's been fun all these years doing this for you guys. This is gonna be the first time I actually ever filmed. I mean, it was really don't even ask how we did this, but it got done. But I never filmed my actual inking, especially because I didn't actually show the pencil part of this. But I showed the inking and the color, and that was awesome, man. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully everybody enjoyed the in-between music and in-between the shots and shit, and hopefully it didn't drag out too far or whatever, or too long for you guys. And if it did, I'm sorry or whatever, but if it didn't, and you enjoyed what you saw, it was from my heart. It was from all of us who do what we do here because we like doing what we do, and this is fun. Filming is a passion. It's almost as much as I love to, draw, play music, because you can get a camera, but it's just sometimes you're going to get that camera, you're going to think, oh my God, I'm going to get a camera or whatever, and then you start rolling a camera, and then all of a sudden you just like trying to put something together, and it really isn't what you just thought it was going to be, and you're almost going to say, no thank you. It's almost the same thing for the guitar. You buy a guitar, you're going to be like, well, I want a guitar. I'm going to learn. You start learning, and sometimes it may not be what you expected it to be. Because, what is it called? Practice makes perfect. I can't wait till I can release my new CD, and I'm a little scared. I'm fucking terrified. I'm terrified, but I'm hoping that I'm hoping that you guys, you girls, you boys out there, you guys are gonna fucking help me to do this. So, and then the $100 for the worst letter too, right? How about that? So go grab some weed. Everything's in the back of a $20 bill on weed. So go grab some herb, smoke that shit up. Go grab some drugs, whatever the fuck it takes for you to fucking sit there and enjoy yourself and watch some fucking exciting fucking, this ain't no movie stuff or whatever, but this is in your face. I just call it in your face. We call it in your fucking face. Stay tuned.
Okay, welcome to Rob Ross Ripoff show. Right? Are we good? First off, circumstances here. I just want to make a note here that first off, the pencils got done in a circumstance that was fucked up. Now, we're not going to talk too much about that or whatever, but the pencil was done elsewhere. So, obviously, you can see where I started here, past the face, the eyes, the lips and the mouth and nose, so on and so forth, the cheekbones and the face, somewhat of the hair. Now, as an artist, I was looking over some of my work the other day. Now, it takes time, and lots of practice. So, the thing that what everybody's got to remember is practice makes perfect. So, sometimes when you think if you're working and drawing stuff out or whatever, however it is, me as a personal pencil artist, I pen, ink, and then I color it with color pencils, whether it's a rose art color. I would highly recommend not to use them, but Crayola color pencils is what I use for my coloring. Simple, that's it. Make it simple. I don't spend a lot of money. Highly recommended to the idea if it's not to spend money on high quality stuff. It's how good you can use the low quality stuff to later on advance to be able to make something later on look nice. You don't want to start with your high quality. Like, you don't want to go buy a Fender guitar when you're starting out playing guitar. So anything practice is definitely making perfect, and you're gonna advance and move up later on. So it's the same thing for drawing also. Now on this particular picture that I did right here, like I said, got past the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Very, very important. I wish you could see that. Because you can like totally highly fuck up you can totally highly fuck up a picture, make her look like an alien. The ears will be distorted, the eyes will look cross-eyed almost. Penciling is important, but the most important of all is the inking, because once you get that ink, that's permanent. Now, and if you mess it up, now unless you start all over to do the penciling all over again, which is probably going to take, of course, a long time, depending on how fast you are making a face and eyes. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to make a picture like that. But for the most part, like I said, the inking is most important, because you can't fuck it up. You can't mess it up. You can't replace that picture. So as far as all that inking, most important, make that look nice. Let it dry. You might want to almost let it dry 24 hours. Let it sit for a little while if you got something else that you want to doodle with. As far as inking, this is what I do with pictures of my style. Like, I'll take a picture of a girl right here, ink her in, and then I have almost like hundreds of other pictures. I'll do another one or two or whatever, ink, and let those sit overnight, and then sometimes the next day, then I'll go ahead and color them in, so that way nothing's smearing. The ink is completely totally dried. In the wintertime especially, hang them over the heater vent so that they completely dry. But as far as the inking though, it's most important is that's it, and then you can color it. Coloring, of course, it's also important also, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're talking about inking now. This is the ink part, and we're gonna switch over to another part of the segment. Not at the very moment, but in a few more minutes. 5:11 total. For me, in my artwork, and when in my passion, when I do the penciling, it's a whole payoff for everything that I'm trying to do as far as putting my artwork out. My passion, I mean, sometimes even if I do mess it up, I'll put it aside, but I will finish it personally or whatever, even if she does look cross-eyed or whatever, and it's always going to be her because I don't draw men artwork. Once again, taking into consideration of the fact that now I don't really like to judge my own artwork because sometimes, I don't want to make it sound like I'm conceited and like I'm like the best artist, because I know that there's millions and trillions of thousands of everything you could think of artists out there. So my hats off and tip off to anybody who is an artist. Like I said, I went from actually, now I know fiction, I don't know if I want to call it whatever, for a fact that I am actually tracing, because I'm a tracer. I trace. Now when I penciled it, it's not originally traced. There is no tracing involved with when I pencil in an 8x10 female portrait right here. They're all 8x10s now. Nothing's traced. Now, an idea is, I steal it from an idea, let's say from a different kind of ad, from different types of magazines, all the way from a People magazine to, let's say, a Rolling Stone magazine, depending on how the model looks. Now, of course, I don't, identically, when I draw these pictures, don't make it identically. Like I draw, for instance, stolen ideas from Angelina Jolie or Jennifer Aniston. And you fucking think I can draw like the actual picture of a Jennifer Aniston? Now, when I get to that point, now I think really, I'll try to keep with the same mentality that I got right now. But I think maybe I'll let it get to my head, sell out completely. Right? Isn't that the idea? Sell out. Okay, but never. Well, that's a different time, different place. So, totally, completely. Just like I said. Mostly when I see and looking through a magazine, don't really look too much for hair. I'm always looking for body shape. It's just different positions or whatever. Mostly, sometimes, like 120% of my female drawings that I do, 120% of them are originally with clothes. So. Those are the actual rip-off ideas that are with the clothes. Okay, now when I draw them, I take the clothes off. So as you can see on this one right here, and they actually do have names. So I don't know if anybody think that's kind of creepy, but thank you very much. Yeah, back to, taking your time. A lot of times when I actually drew this picture, I'd say probably to get it done would take me once I got the idea and the start and the drive to be like, oh, I'm going to do this picture tonight, you know what I'm saying? Or today or whenever. Total time to actually get it from I want to say, to my eyes, through my body, through my fingers, through the pen or through the pencil, on that piece of paper, draw it out. Total time, I'd say probably about a good hour. Now, some people out there could probably do something like this that I did right here, less than that. Okay, God bless, and you're badass, and different strokes for different folks, but it doesn't even matter. I draw this stuff, and that's just the bottom line, you know what I'm saying? Totally proud. That's why I'm doing this right now. This is totally been a passion of mine, on top of the movies, on top of the music. So we're trying to kind of go a lot of different directions here with this my abilities and my disabilities, right? Fucking my abilities and the disabilities. Where's the acid when you need it? So yeah, fucking taking down. Now, my idea when I'm actually drawing these female portraits or whatever, also is to draw every single line, every single detail, every single curve, every single straight line, straight and thin, because you don't really want to shoot it too thick, because then it starts to get messed up. That anybody, of course, out there who knows what I'm talking about would just totally agree. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, take my advice. You want to shoot for something thin, and then you can relax your hand. Anybody I would say, nothing against anybody who's got like a shaking in their hand problem, you ain't gonna make thin lines. Now, don't take offense to that, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean to make it sound like I'm making fun, because I'm really not. I'm just saying, it's just, after all these years, and I want to go ahead and admit it, the abuse to my body, I can actually draw straight, thin lines. So, I'm not going to say anything else about that other than a few more seconds of this. Thin lines are really important. You don't really need high class, top of the line equipment as far as even a pen. My pens are like, I actually do shoot for 20 pens or so for $1. So that's as cheap as it goes. It's So cheap is less is more. once again, to get to this point, now to start things out for my coloring, to make it, that's a lot of reason why sometimes I make it to the points where less is more. No clothes, make it naked, bottom line. Because it's less to color for one. But sometimes when I get to the point, okay, now I'll start out my drawings or whatever, as far as my females are concerned, nipples, lips, eyes, especially the pupils, sometimes the eyelashes, all that, eyebrows, what else needs to be a little bit of color? Oh yeah, toenails and fingernails definitely have to get colored. Then that's when pretty much I'll take a break, because sometimes that could be a little bit of time consuming, whatever, especially if I'm having problems with the pen or whatever, because sometimes I'm really limited to the colors of any kind of like, well, I got my basic reds and pinks or whatever, that pretty much I got one standard of those kind of styles of what I use for my equipment or whatever. But if I change colors or whatever, some of the colors are very limited in my thing. I'm really cheap. I got money, but I'm really fucking cheap. Like, I'm trying to like use up every last resource before I go buy new equipment. So that's what being a millionaire is all about. It's like you become a millionaire and then you fucking become an instant fucking cheapskate. Almost don't even want to take a shower anymore these days. That's a different story though. But anyways, back to this. Now, when it gets to the point to where you gotta color like the skin, now you gotta be really careful of getting to the point of skin color, because you know you don't want to make it too yellow, you don't want to make it too pink, you know, because sometimes looking at it from a distance, if it's too yellow, for me, my female portrait artist or my female portrait will be looking like she's got hepatitis H and C. Probably some herpesitis plus. If she's too pink, looks like maybe the girl was in the suntan bathing suit, or what do they call it? Suntan place. A little bit too long. Got too much sun. So you don't want to use the contrast of the colors. That you want to either use like a in between a pinkish to almost a tannish color or whatever. Highly recommended as far as skin color for females. Any kind of body parts or whatever for, you know, females out there, or even males that draw male actually art, you know what I'm saying? I don't draw anything male. I think maybe because, you know, maybe deep down back in the back of my mind, never know, no, just kidding. I don't draw nothing male though, but female, man, totally fucking, you know, like I talk to these pictures. I've actually had them grabbing by my feet before. Like I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, what the fuck? Something was grabbing my feet, and all of a sudden I look down and it's one of my pictures just like sitting right there at the bottom of my feet. So I'm thinking they're grabbing my feet and waking me up and shit from my nightmares or whatever. Because it seems like when I draw my pictures and especially like these female art pictures, you know, they watch me, they like watch every move of me. So it's like, you know, I'm being watched, I'm being haunted by my own artwork, you know. It's really fucking scary. Now I really wish somebody would listen to me. Maybe somebody will interpret the fact that I need help here. These pictures are haunting me or whatever. I'm trapped. I got little bites. Sometimes I get bites on my hand, my arms or whatever, and I look back at the pictures, or a couple of the pictures, and there's blood running down their faces or whatever, and I got little bites, and they're biting me. Kind of scary, but this is about to die. So, but highly recommend though, like, you know, with my artwork here at the panties point, you know, you want to use something with a sharp tip, because you know, when you got to get into like small little crevice spots, because they really do stand out. You may not think like a small little piece of like a fingernail, for instance, or a toenail, that it really wouldn't make a difference if you didn't add it or whatever, you didn't color it, but it really does. So you know, you want to use sharp tip instruments. You know, for colored pencils, just regular colored pencils or whatever, just a regular sharpener will do. You know, sometimes I got pencils that are broken almost all the way through. I got to sharpen it with a razor blade. That pretty much ain't a bad idea. Also, 38. But to get small little detailed, small little specks of pieces in your artwork, like such as this one right here, you know, for the panties or whatever, took sharp pens and pencils. Okay, so anyways, thank you very much. Hopefully everybody enjoyed what I just did for you guys. Appreciate everybody who put it together for me. Thank you very much for that. People who help out, the persons, the peoples, the peeps, hombres, ambras. It's pretty cool having a little team and shit. Having, after all these years, been fucking, you know, what we do for a little bit of time for you guys. Our pleasure, my pleasure. I don't think even without the camera, or without the camera, I still would probably be an artist and play guitar, sing songs. It hadn't been until the last 17 years or whatever where I had to learn how to play guitar and sing at the same time. It was complicated. It took a long time. I don't think I still really haven't licked it out and got it, but get ready for my CD. That's fun. It was cool putting it together for you guys. Playing the guitar. I know it really has nothing to do with the artwork and all that stuff or whatever, what you guys just seen or whatever. But it is artwork also, you know, being a musician and stuff. The artwork, oh man, that was so much fun. Appreciate anybody who appreciated what I do. There's still going to be a little bit of that on the next show coming up, right? If I'm not mistaken. So I'm not done with that, so there's still, stay tuned if you could, please. For the next hour, whatever, that's going to be shown in a couple weeks-ish prior to this, or after this, or whatever. Anything prior to this, though, if you guys, anybody's interested, keep in mind this is 550 plus shows later. It took us a long time, 20 years or whatever, to get to this point. You know, a long time. Oh, that's pretty bad a song. It's like I said. I mean, I remember when it was introduced to me to put a roll of camera to begin with for the first time. I said to myself, "Wow, like I can take a chance with this and see what I can do." Didn't really think 500 plus shows later, we'd still be here for you guys. Like I really didn't think it was gonna get past 1. And then 2 came along, and then 3, and so on and so forth. So I think we've talked about this, and I've talked about it before. Of course, I mean, I guess in a big way, videotaping is, you know, you have to have a passion for it also, you know, because I was talking to the almost the president of the company, saying, look, draw and fucking use the camera at the same time. I should have taped that fucking picture. If I had just taped the picture down that I was filming that day,
think it probably could have solved a lot of problems as far as it moving around on me, because that's what I was dealing with. I'll be honest with you guys. Everything else was pretty much. I was surprised. I didn't think, and that's almost the skill and art of it, of videotaping also, because in this hand, of course, I usually do videotape with this hand and hold the camera, but my camera's backwards, so I had to hold it backwards with this hand. I don't even know why I'm explaining the details of all this to you guys, but it was fun filming that also, you know what I'm saying? Cameraman, I give him really good props to fucking filming that. Rob Ross fucking Ripoff, man, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it was so much fun. I had so much fun. I passed a lot of time putting it together, and that's why. Sorry, I had to actually the narrating, right? I mean, thank you for everybody who was involved. Everybody, like I always say, everybody. Thank you for helping me out with narrating, because as cheesy as that's as easy as it was for me, because I couldn't do 3 things at once putting that together: narrate, film, and ink and color at the same time, which is fucking impossible. But it was so much fun, man. I mean, man, I look forward to doing every 5-minute segment. I try to keep it to a 5-minute spot. I didn't think until it was actually done that I was actually going to be able to pull that out of my ass, but I did it, and oh my god, it was so much fun. Next step, after I filmed and inked and colored that picture and that show, so to say, this show that you're watching, next was the narrating. I tried a narrating. Now, I was going to say, because it was like 16 or something like that. Was it there?
17
different numbers of 5 different segments of 5 minutes. Now, I was originally planning on doing a narrating through each 5-minute segment. So you guys are lucky that you guys got the little bit of music in between, because you're going to get consistent talking, and I was going to fucking be the total geek that I am and explain every single fucking move and every single fucking goddamn step. So sometimes, thank you for the person that puts me in check. Puts me in check, says no, we can't do that. That's gonna take too much fucking time. What the hell's wrong with you? Blah blah blah. Even though sometimes some things that sometimes what people think takes a short amount of time, like, oh my god, like that was so fucking stupid, like that was so fucking gay, or so stupid, whatever. Don't take offense to that. Like, oh, I could have did that. Well, go ahead and fucking do it anyways and try shit. So it's a challenge for me sometimes, some of the short films that we've done. I've got so many. We've got already one filmed. I'm thinking of how don't even ask, never mind, but trying to put all these things together at once, and sometimes it's just impossible. So bear with me and stick with me, because we got a lot in store here for you guys. We got a film fest that we're going to be filming in about a month or so, whatever. I'm looking forward to that. That's been a big passion of mine too. All the short stories and short filmings, what we do for you guys too, as far as filming and doing this TV show or whatever. Everything involved. The music too, you know what I'm saying? Everything, collectibles. So I gotta get back into collectibles. Next show, remind me. We're gonna fucking show collectibles. Music, movies, and collectibles. Passion all my life. You know what I mean? Even when I was young, I had stacks of trading cards, Star Wars, Grease, Battlestar Galactica, and some footballs, some baseballs, or whatever. I really wasn't big. I was into sports. As far as my father watching Dallas Cowboys, Tom Landry days, Tony Dorsett days, or whatever, San Francisco later on, down in the 80s, Joe Montana, right? Jerry Rice, wasn't that fucking all them crazy then guys? Oh, Chicago Bears. I remember being in Tucson and watching the Super Bowls and Chicago kicking everybody's ass. Walter Payton running and not even looking back and shit, dude, and just like almost like a freight train, just right through everybody and just unstoppable. And Chicago Bears, badass. Chicago Bulls, badass. You know what I mean? Even then, I was in Tucson or whatever. You know what I mean? I think the Suns even took playoffs and won and shit, dude, and whatever, 1 year too, and it wasn't nearly as exciting as those other ones or whatever.
They lost to the Bulls.
Oh, you know, there you go. So see, Michael Jordan whooped ass over fucking Kevin Johnson, Charles Barkley. Shit, I don't know, I'll stop there. You know what I'm saying? Just, that says it all. You know what I'm saying? But I still love Arizona teams, anyways. You know what I'm saying? I was telling somebody the other day saying, okay, Sox are cool, Cubs are badass, Diamondbacks rock. Sorry, but okay. So Arizona did come pretty close to getting up there, and I was taking stats and baseball information for Arizona last year. Of course, they choked. I think lost to Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken, also. So, you know, okay, next year, same thing. Same case scenario, because I was like, okay, 2016, Chicago Cubs, you know, world champions, you know, badass. 2017, you know, got up there, did good, used their team to the potential, choked. Sorry. 2018, what are we ready for this year? So that's what my question was to a lot of people, whatever, you know, do they got faith or whatever? Are we going to do this? You know, I mean, either if they do take it, I mean, I know this has nothing to do with baseball, whatever, this TV show, whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and say it anyways. Even if they still lose again, you know, people's got to realize, okay, now maybe if you do spend a lot of money on a ticket, dude, it doesn't matter. It's for the times, for the place, you know, it's for everything that what you build your life to and what you believe and stuff, you know. Every time I go to a baseball game, I don't even care if it's the Joliet Jackhammers. What are they still? What are they now? Steelmen? I don't even know.
Slammers.
Joliet Slammers. I go out there. I've sat out behind the field in the back where there's a home run spot. They can hit that ball over the fence. It's 300 plus feet or whatever, if I'm not mistaken, but not much feet, but it's 300 plus feet. If you're standing back there and that ball's coming flying over that damn fence, dude, that ball's flying 100 miles per hour. You gotta be careful. But I've stood back there, actually even got in the ball. Of course, it got lost. But took it back to the guy that hit that home run, and he kind of looked at me and said, "Why don't you just give that to the kid? Because here, this is mine, dude. You know, so you're gonna either sign this for me, bro, or what?" Yeah, he signed it for me. Get out of here, you fucking old man and shit. But he hit that ball out, man. It was pretty neat. You know, that was the only time ever close to a home run. Watching a player hit a home run, you know, ever in my life. You know, I've seen it on TV. And I've seen it in person over at Cubs Stadium at Wrigley Field. Not so much at any of the other fields I've been to. Colorado Rockies game versus Arizona.
Sox games.
Sox games? No, I never seen no home runs in Sox games and shit. Pretty much watched. There was like almost. It felt like I was in there by myself almost and shit, dude.
It was always the other teams hitting home runs.
Yeah. Fucking Cubs. So I've been to a couple Cubs games, a lot of Cub games where I've seen some home runs and shit. Not out the field now, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really think I've seen out the field home runs. But they're still pretty neat. They're pretty badass. Looking forward to this season, 2018. That's why I ask a lot of people questions about 2018 season, what they think. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be pretty fun. Listening to Pat Hughes. I might have to upgrade and start watching on TV because I think the Daytona 500 is tomorrow. That's going to be pretty fun. Probably have to charge $20 to the person and let me watch it on this TV, but see what happens there. But anyways, thank you for being here tonight. Shit, I want to say stay tuned. In a couple weeks we'll have a brand new show, part 2 of this show tonight. My artwork or whatever. The Rob Ross Ripoff TV show. Ink/Color Girls TV show. Something like that. We'll just make up a TV show along the way because when we turn in our footage, they say, well, what is your show called? It's called the Fuck Off and Die TV show. Stick It Up Your Ass TV show. So sometimes it's kind of hard to come up with a TV show, but sometimes when things like that happen, that's when it becomes a TV show. Oh, call it Fuck Off and Die, Stick It Up Your Ass TV show. Right? Right. That's what happened that night. Yeah, fuck it. So, still babbling on. It's all cool. Appreciate you guys after all these years putting up with my babble or whatever. Tell your friends. Subscribe. Robert Gonzales. I don't know if you can subscribe to Robert Gonzales. When you go to Robert Gonzales, it seems like there's 1,000,000,001 fucking Robert Gonzaleses out there. So good luck finding me, I guess, right? Is that how it
Well, they're
works?
here if they're watching.
So there you have it. This is it. Thank you for being here tonight. Stay tuned for the next TV show in a couple weeks or whatever. We have some more footage for you guys of the artwork. Stay tuned for that if anybody wants to watch me finish and finalize that. Otherwise, just stay tuned in a couple weeks or whatever. Come back to us again. We have on location stuff coming up for you guys. My CD being released. We got Film Fest coming up for you guys. New Don't Dance with the Devil by a Pale Moonlight moving. That's gonna be Don't Dance with the Devil by a Pale Moonlight movie. Did I say that right? That's gonna be released coming up this summertime. It's only a short film again, but we're gonna go high quality for that. We're gonna get a little bit of a better budget. I'm gonna have a nice, cool actress helping me out to act out the actress part, female parts. It's gonna be fun. I think that's pretty much it. Good night. Peace.